Hi everybody, welcome back or welcome to the channel. It's your boy Reactee and we're back for another Fright Night Friday. Tonight is a Mind Junkie video. 14 scary videos you'll never forget. And let's go.
This first clip captures what should have been a simple, happy moment. A family gathering to celebrate a girl's birthday. Danielle sits in front of her cake, smiling as the candles flicker. Everything's normal. Until it's time to make a wish.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Johnny. Happy birthday to you.
I said happy birthday, Blondie.
That was strange, wasn't it?
Danielle leans forward and tries to blow the candles out, but they stay lit. She tries again, and still nothing happens. Then, without her doing anything, every single candle suddenly goes out on its own. One family member can be heard saying, and another says,
That was strange, wasn't it?
they all laugh it off, but no one really knows what just happened. Was it just a weird coincidence?
That is strange. But these 4 candles, when she was blowing on them, would not go out. It looks like whoever this is might have blown them out, because that's looked like the way the flames went. They kind of tipped that way before they went out, which is a little odd, but still interesting.
Coincidence? Or something unseen standing next to her, waiting to make her wish come true first? What do you think? Late one night, a family began hearing noises coming from the downstairs of their house. At first, they just brushed it off, but over time, the noises kept on getting more and more eerie. And each time the father would get up to check, he wouldn't ever find anything. However, eventually he managed to pinpoint where the sounds were coming from, under the stairs. Frustrated, he decides to set up a home security camera pointing to the stairs. And that same night, the camera caught this. Of someone or something appears from out of the darkness under the stairs. After seeing this footage, the family were horrified. They now believe that something evil is the cause of all the eerie sounds they'd been hearing, and decided it would be best to move out. But what would you do if...
Well, first of all, that looks fake as hell, because it's looking right at the camera, so it knew it was there. Second, moving out, that could be a good idea, I guess.
This next video was uploaded to the internet by Arash Afnan. Prior to this video, his young son had been complaining that one of his dolls had been making noises late at night, and that he often felt like there was someone in the room with him. At first, Arash didn't think much of it, but late one night, the doll began making those same noises. However, it wasn't coming from the boy's room. It was coming from the kitchen, supposedly calling out to Arash's son, who was awoken by it. Wanting to show his father that his stories are true, he grabs his father's phone while he's asleep and records this.
Bising. Natidur pun tak boleh. Hantu punya setan, maning kau sorok. Pula panas ke setan. Bising lagi. Ada 2 setan. Duduk diamlah. Apa lagi ni?
shakes mysteriously all on its own, but then rattling inside the kitchen cupboard spooks the boy. He opens it up, and the doll, responsible for
Okay, it's really weird, the next scene.
creeping him out, is in there. Spooked, the boy shuts the cupboard doors, and when he opens them up to check again, the doll has mysteriously vanished, and the rattling continues. When Arash's son showed him the footage, he was stunned. He now believes there is a dark presence connected to the doll, possibly even trying to possess his son. But what do you think is going on here?
I think that's creepy, and I don't know when MindJunkie started doing it. I mean, he's always had little clips of demons and stuff in his videos, but they're getting more intense now.
And just where did the doll go? TikTok user Sam Rossi uploaded the following clip after breaking down late one night on an infamously haunted road in Indonesia. A road said to be haunted by a penampakan. In Indonesian folklore, penampakan refers to an apparition, often a full-bodied ghost, that appears suddenly, usually at night, and is believed to be the restless spirit of someone who passed away under tragic circumstances. In the spot where Sam's truck broke down, right on a narrow bridge, the very place where locals say multiple tragedies have happened, including one where a young woman reportedly passed away after a late-night argument. Aware of these stories, Sam begins filming, hoping to document what's happening and maybe protect himself, just in case. He starts explaining the situation, but then suddenly hears something move on the other side of his truck.
Aku saiki ngomong yo, mambune moro-moro mambune gak enak lho. Mambu melati campur amis. Sapa iku? Sapa? Si ambu amis lur yo. Cuk, sapa iki? Welut. Welut. Muncul lo. Sapa yo? Wes lur. Aku tak budal.
Sam is startled by the sounds of something, and when he checks under his truck to see what's on the other side, a pair of legs can be seen dangling down in mid-air. But when he goes round to check, no one's there. No footsteps, no signs of anyone nearby, just the empty road.
And you think if someone was climbing up onto his truck, you would have seen them when he got around to the other side, or if they dashed back into the woods, you would have seen the brush moving. That is creepy as heck. And I wonder if that bridge, the river, is like the ones around here, where when the tide's out, here on the island, a lot of the rivers are low, and when they come back in, you can kind of smell that fishy sea ocean smell. But who knows? But that's creepy.
Argue this could be a prank, while others believed what Sam witnessed was a penampakan. So, did Sam capture proof of the Indonesian ghost legend, or is there another explanation? Let me know what you think.
Well, there's always another explanation. It's not necessarily spiritual or paranormal. It could be, like they said, it could be people just playing a prank. Who knows?
This next video was filmed by a man named Robert Earl White, who was staying at an Airbnb in Williamsburg, Virginia, right by the edge of the Queens River. It was late at night, and Robert had stepped outside for a moment when he suddenly heard something moving. At first, he thought it might just be an animal, but then the footsteps grew louder and closer until until it sounded like something was just a few feet in front of him. Creeped out, he pulls out his phone and hits record. This is what he called.
Why is it coming closer? I have no idea what this is. It's like right up here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little freaking spooked right now. I'm not afraid of you.
Classic. I'm a little freaking spooked right now. I'm not afraid of you.
Show yourself.
And this is some of the worst camera work I've seen with a phone ever. It must be pretty chilly out if you can see his breath. Either that or he's vaping.
It sounds like it's walking up here. I don't know if you can hear this. I'm trying to be quiet. I know I'm on my back porch. I heard someone stomping in the woods. Something huge.
The sounds of footsteps can be heard, and Robert is creeped out. Then, glowing eyes can be seen watching him from the darkness, followed by the sounds of footsteps, and Robert becomes concerned. He continues filming, and then out of nowhere, it appears. Its eyes glowing red in the darkness. But then, in a split second, it vanishes into the shadows. Robert Earl White.
That is kind of weird. The whole outline of it just vanished. Not just the eyes. The whole outline of what was there just went poof. That is weird.
Uploaded this video with the title, My Terrifying Encounter with a Skinwalker. And viewers of this video agree. One comment by Blue Flame Integration says, at the beginning of this video, with those red eyes, I looked carefully and could see the body, shoulders, etc. And it looked like what others have shown to be a skinwalker. They can vanish into portals and turn into other creatures or mimics.
I haven't heard the disappear into portals part before, but the mimic other animals and creature and humans, yeah, I've heard that before.
And if we brighten the footage, we can definitely see its body. But is this a skinwalker as Robert Earl White and commenters believe? You decide. In this next clip, a person was relaxing at home when they suddenly began to hear eerie noises coming from another part of their house. Noises that were so creepy, the person had no idea just who or what could be making them. Concerned, they grabbed their phone and tried to turn the lights on, but the power was out. What they caught on camera left them horrified. Of someone or something can be seen.
I don't know if it's just me. It could be a first world issue, but that when they were looking around the house, it looked pretty dilapidated. Like even this back patio area where they see the face looks really nasty. It almost looks like it's an abandoned house that they're in.
Looking out from behind a wall, the person recording doesn't wait a second longer to see what it is and immediately flees in fear. To this day, they still have no clue just who or what this is, but the sounds and its face will surely haunt them forever.
It almost looked like the face of a doll that had been broken, bashed, burnt, hair pulled out. That's pretty much what it looked like. It looked like a doll with its features broken and smashed.
The YouTube channel Throne Paranormal posted this next eerie video after a live investigation at Holcombe Church, a centuries-old site in Somerset, England, known for its quiet isolation and reportedly haunted graveyard. The team streamed the investigation live on Facebook, hoping to catch something strange. But during the live stream, eagle-eyed viewers noticed something the investigators missed entirely. Watch closely. Did you catch it? On the left side of the screen, a white mist seems to suddenly appear out of nowhere, hovering for just a moment before vanishing into thin air. The team was focused on scanning the area, unaware that something may have been standing right beside them. Many believe this mist could be an apparition, possibly tied to one of the many souls buried on the church grounds. Holcombe Church is said to be haunted.
Granted that if it was a cool, moist evening, you could get your breath. You could see your breath in that, but usually that would come up from the bottom of the camera, not down and towards the camera. That's a little strange, unless they have one of those cameras where you're looking into the viewfinder from above it. That could be their breath. Who knows? Maybe that's why the people filming it didn't react.
By the spirit of a former parishioner who tragically passed away near the site hundreds of years ago. But what do you think? Was this just fog or something that followed Throne Paranormal through the graveyard?
Let's face it, it's England. It could very well just be fog.
That night. This next video was captured deep underground in one of the most dangerous and haunted workplaces in the world, El Teniente Mine in Chile. It's the largest underground copper mine on the planet, but it's also a place where dozens of miners have tragically passed away over the decades, vanishing without explanation. And while management rarely talks about it, the miners do. Stories of strange voices echoing through the tunnels, equipment turning on by itself, and sightings of figures in the dark where no one should be. Many who've worked here before believe that some of the miners who tragically passed away.
I'm not gonna lie, mining is a very dangerous job. It's essential for most industries now, but it's very dangerous. And pretty much every mine that I know of, especially in the maritime area here, has had some sort of tragic event that has either closed it down or brought it to the brink of closure. And then, yeah, it's just not, mines are not a good place.
Never left. Which brings us to this chilling footage, captured by a CCTV camera positioned in one of the tunnels. It shows a lone worker standing in the corridor, talking to someone.
taken out his phone and showed whoever it is directions, pointed down the road there, down the mine there, and that is strange. That guy is having a genuine conversation with somebody that is not appearing on the security cameras. Did he just shake the nobody's hand and walk away? Say, see you later and walk away? He did. Oh, my camera went off. But he did. He just shook the guy's hand and then walked away.
The worker can be seen having a conversation with, well, no one, even pulling out his phone to show whoever is there. But who is he talking to? He even responds on his walkie-talkie to staff watching the footage, who asked him, "Who are you talking to?" His reply was, "Another worker." He then appears to shake hands with whoever or whatever is there before walking off. Later, when staff showed him the footage, he was reportedly left shaken. To this day, he insists that someone was standing right in front of him, but the camera tells another story. So who or what did he see in that tunnel?
Yeah, that was insane. He had a full-on conversation with that guy and then shook hands with him and then dipped. That is the creepiest security footage I've ever seen. And I thought he was radioing out for information for the person, but apparently it was security who was watching him on the cameras and asking him who he was talking to. That is nuts.
Robert Watt, 47, uploaded this next creepy video after encountering something that, in his own words, scared the hell out of him. According to Robert, his dog kept barking non-stop at the edge of the forest near his home. Thinking it might be an animal, he steps outside to investigate, but what he captures instead is deeply unsettling.
Hey, what are you barking at? Your dog is milking hard. I'm sorry. Man, it's a full moon tonight, man. Full moon tonight. I don't know what the hell he's barking at. I have no idea. That's why he's barking. What the hell is that?
Okay, that was a little weird because you could hear his dog barking in the background. It sounded like it got put inside, and he was out there trying to figure out what he was barking at, and then there was more growling and red eyes. That's a little strange.
Darkness, too. Glowing red eyes can be seen just beyond the tree line, locked directly onto Robert. As soon as he realizes what he's looking at, he quickly panics and flees back inside. This video went viral on TikTok, with some viewers suggesting it might be the infamous Mothman, a winged humanoid creature said to be a harbinger of disaster. But Robert, he used the hashtag werewolf in his post, implying he believes he came face to face with something else entirely. One viewer left a chilling warning in the comments: if you ever see red eye shine, get out of there fast. Because red eye shine, according to many cryptid hunters, doesn't belong belong to any normal animal is something else, something far more sinister. So what do you think Robert saw out there in the trees? A strange animal, a cryptid, or something else? Let me know.
I think Robert saw some. It'd be cool if it was a werewolf. You haven't seen many of those on the channel.
This next photo was originally shared through iMessage as a live photo and quickly began spreading online, leaving everyone who saw it feeling deeply unsettled. According to the person who uploaded it to Reddit, the image was taken during a birthday weekend by the lake. A group of women, no kids, just adults, had gathered for a girls-only getaway. At one point during the trip, someone snapped a quick live photo near the campfire, but when that photo was reviewed later, something was off. On the far right, behind two women seated near the fire, a small child's face can be seen peeking out from behind them, pale, grey, and not reflecting the warm firelight like everyone else in the shot. What's even stranger, according to those present, there were no children at the gathering, and no one recognized this child.
Well, that's a creepy one. But I'm not sure. I haven't taken many of the live photos before. Are those the AI ones that fill in blanks where the image sees something but it's not actually visible? I can't remember. I know there's an imaging program that does that, where you could be taking a picture of a family get together, but it'll pick up something and then add a face to it. I'm not sure if this is the one that does that, but that is creepy. It definitely looks like a child or a small figure anyway. But if you ever watched the show Supernatural, there was a kid that was drowned in a lake, and they look kind of like that, which is creepy considering they're beside a lake.
Even more eerie, when playing back the live photo, viewers noticed that iPhone's facial recognition feature completely ignored the figure.
Oh, never mind. The iPhone facial recognition ignored the kid's face. That's so it's not that program that puts them in there if it senses something. So it did not pick it up at all.
As if it wasn't a person at all. Now, Rip 8 Youth, the uploader, admits they're not an expert and originally hoped to debunk the image, but after analysing it, they were left with more questions than answers. The main question, just who or what is this? The Appalachian Mountains are some of the oldest in the world
and the creepiest. There's always something in these videos from the Appalachian Mountains.
Some say they're also the most haunted. For decades, hikers and campers have reported strange sounds, eerie sightings, and the terrifying feeling that they're not alone. In 2023, two campers set out on a remote trail deep within the range, but after several nights of feeling watched, they decided to set up a night vision camera just in case. At 2:10 a.m., it captured something. Watch closely. First, it looks like nothing's there, but as the camera zooms in, a pair of eyes can be seen, watching the camera.
Yeah, it's looking at the trail cam, or the camera, but it's big. It looks like someone in a Bigfoot costume almost, but it looks like it's also carrying something in his hand, like another animal. That's a different one.
Is from the tree line. Whatever it is pretty tall, and some viewers believe it's a wild animal, but others say it could be something much older, something that's always been watching from the woods. But what do you think these eyes belong to that were watching these campers in the
Bigfoot.
Appalachian Mountains? Comment below. This next clip comes from an unknown source, but the backstory behind it is deeply unsettling. A person had been hearing noises downstairs while they were trying to sleep upstairs. Noises so loud and unnatural they'd wake from the deepest of sleeps. But not just any noises. Sinister, wailing sounds. Something they'd never heard before. Frightened but determined to figure out what was going on, the family set up cameras all around the house. One was placed in the kitchen dining area, the room where the sounds always seemed to be the loudest. For a while, nothing happened. The night stayed quiet, but the wailing continued. Then, one night, just after 3 a.m., that same kitchen camera suddenly captured this. Something with glowing eyes can be seen in the footage. It rises slowly before ducking away out of sight. But what is it? The footage is only a few seconds long, but it left viewers chilled. Some say it looks like a person crouched low, peering over the counter. Others insist that what we're seeing here isn't human at all. What do you think this is?
To me, it looks like it could be. If they have one dog, they might have two. It could be a dog looking over the counter.
A prank, a prowler, or something far more terrifying hiding in plain sight? Let me know your thoughts.
Could be a skinwalker pretending to be their dog.
This video was shared by a woman named Heather, who says she was enjoying a quiet evening with her family on the porch when something across the yard suddenly caught her eye. The strange part, no one else could see it. Only Heather, and the CCTV camera mounted on her porch seemed to notice anything at all. Later that night, she reviewed the footage, and what she saw left her seriously creeped out.
There's like little mosquitoes. Look, where are they going? What? What did you say, Mommy? I didn't hear you.
In the footage, a white figure dressed in what looks like an old-fashioned nurse's uniform can be seen drifting eerily through the darkness near her property. Heather had no idea what she'd just captured, but the story doesn't end there. Because just a few miles from Heather's home is the site of a long-abandoned psychiatric hospital, the Byberry State Hospital, a place many locals believe is still haunted.
So her video camera, and she saw the figure. No one in her family did. And they're just a little ways from this mental hospital that's haunted. Yikes.
In a second video, Heather explains why.
Story time. So a little backstory. I live about a mile from where Byberry State Hospital used to be. This is one of the, I'm pretty sure, the most notorious mental hospital in the country. There was experiments performed on patients. They were so overcrowded, like the nurse to patient ratio was just extreme. There also was cases of staff that were by the patients. And you know, back then, like a lot of times people would have issues like autism and things like that. And instead of getting these people help, they would just drop them off up at Byberry and just say, you know, see you later, and never see them again. Now, when I was a kid growing up, we used to definitely go in there, and it was really scary. Like, the second you walk on the grounds, you just feel like it's cold, it's not normal, it feels weird. Like, you can tell somebody's watching you. There's underground tunnels underneath, so we used to run around them too, and they used to use those tunnels to transport bodies. And there was still those, like, metal slab beds that they were still down there when we went in there, like, you know, in the 2000s. Everyone that's a millennial from the Northeast is gonna have a story about Byberry. I felt my arm grabbed in there once, and I moved my flashlight because I thought it was my friend, and my friend was like over there, and oh my god. So last night we're outside, we're having ice cream, it's a nice night, and I see this lady just like appear out of nowhere, and I'm trying to remember what her face looked like, and I can't, like, it's not coming to me. But I know she just had like this weird smile on her face. It just immediately creeped me out, so I just kind of like jumped. So I say, you know, she scared me. My son's like, what? I said, she scared me. He's going, who, what? Huh? Like, keep it down. I'm being actively haunted. Can you stop? Like, stop it, please. Shh. So my kids get up and they're looking in the direction that I'm looking, and they're just kind of confused. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. And I walk over to my husband and I'm like, oh my god, you can't tell me that wasn't a ghost. He's like, huh? Like, he also has no idea what I'm talking about. So I went back on my Ring camera, like, am I insane? Because I know what I saw, and then I saw that. And what's crazy is, if you look up the nurse's uniform from Byberry State Hospital, like, that was it.
She says the hospital was infamous for its horrifying conditions, understaffed, overcrowded, and deeply unbearable.
It's not just Byberry, it's Byberry or whatever it is. It's a lot of hospitals, and a lot of people would be dropped off for minor reasons and just never seen again, by their families for sure, but by a lot of people in general, because of the conditions. A lot of people at these hospitals were just never seen again. It's the saddest thing ever, which can lead to really good haunting conditions, apparently.
Members exploring the place as a teen, describing underground tunnels one has used to transport bodies, and the chilling feeling that something unseen was always nearby. So now, she's left wondering, did she really see a lost soul from the hospital, still wandering the land after all these years? Well, that's up to you to decide. This video was shared by user Lorty El Nano, who says the following footage is, quote, not a joke, it's real, and that it really scared them. The school where the uploader goes to is said to be haunted by the spirit of a former pupil, especially in one of the classrooms. Staff and students have reported seeing a mysterious childlike figure dressed in school uniform, but its face wasn't that of any living human. And what's more is that the sightings have all been reported during the daytime in exactly the same classroom on a Wednesday at precisely 3 p.m.
That's odd. A specifically odd time for haunting. Every Wednesday at 3 p.m.
The exact same time and place that a student tragically passed away years ago. In the video, two students who knew about the reports decide to visit the classroom at precisely 3 p.m. and they see this. Dressed in school uniform can be seen sitting at the far end of the classroom, but when they go in to take a closer look, whoever it was is nowhere to be seen. But where did they go? As I said before, Lorty El Nano uploaded this video with the caption, "It's real," and some agree. However, I am not too sure, because if you look right here, we can see the curtain is slightly open and letting in some light, but when he goes in, well, the curtains are drawn. So yeah, a bit suspicious here. And after replaying this moment a dozen times, I couldn't find any cuts. But it's still pretty creepy nonetheless. So what do you...
Yeah, that's strange. course, it could be. I mean, it is a window. It could be a reflection from somewhere else that's getting the curtain, or even the figure sitting. It could be somewhere behind them.
You think, is this video real as the uploader claims, or a poorly edited hoax? You tell me. Thanks so much for watching. If you're up for more scary videos, check out one of these next.
Alright, and that is another Fright Night Friday. Another great one from MINDJUNKIE. His videos are great. I like the new logo, new-ish logo. Like I said, it's been a while since I've started doing these again, so a lot of it's changed. A lot of their video setups have changed. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, that was an amazing video. If you enjoyed this, drop a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe because it's free. Helps out the channel. And the link to this MINDJUNKIE video will be in the description below. And I will catch you all next week.